Yeah, and we're going to take a look at some of the stats here. Obviously, there have only been 2 games, so it doesn't say too much, but at the same time,
Faker, it's already been announced he will be on the in the mid lane here. He's on their starting 5 tonight, but on the other side of things, you know, we still have Gumayusi in the bot lane. Teddy is not back, and
yeah, absolutely. Faker kind of going against the current meta right now with that Azir pick. He's trying to, you know, as well as we take a look at the Faker versus BDD matchup, always a fun one here, as Faker does have the slight lead by 2 games, but the last 2 matchups have been all BDD.
Favoring Gen G in terms of the results, but Gumayusi keeping up with a lot of these. In fact, he's very close often in his damage percent for his team.
Let's see what T1 respond here. One pick that is still available is the Gnar. We'll have to wait and see if we do see the Gnar into the Camille matchup once again.
And what you lose in taking the Zoe over the Orianna and losing that Shockwave, you gain in the explosive cask, so you do get some initiation later on for some of those team fights. You've got these 2 teams are kind of both in that vein of getting that talent early and building really, really strong rosters, developing them very quickly.
I want to make it a little bit harder for Ruler in the lane to survive. So we take a look at some stats from Gumayusi.
Yeah, end up being number 1 across the board on KDA, CS difference, gold difference at 15, damage difference, experience difference. He is number 1. Again, in a losing series against Dam1 Kia, he still manages those stats early on and fight for skirmishes like this one. That's where Pantheon's going to shine.
Oh. Insta-cleanse, Ruler not messing around, he knows.
In the LCK so far. And okay, we're gonna see a teleport here.
Yeah, Keria has to flash away, the teleport comes in, BDD very trying to get in there. Kana is gonna get speared down. Is he tanky enough? The answer is no. He will actually be killed under the turret for first blood. Restored to its original kind of situation here. There is a ward in it. He just gets engaged upon.
Yeah, he gets stunned, and just too much damage output at the stage. Flash comes through, he's slowed already. See Clid collapse in. Rascal with the follow-up there.
Squishy members on the side of Gen G. And look at their lineup. Outside of Rel, it's like, well, not feeling good about this one. As maybe going a little bit too far forward. Now he has to try to cask early, but with no flash available.
He's actually going to clear this vision. They're going to go for a dive.
Oh, Ruler getting in there to start us off. Engage Kaisa, but here comes the Pantheon, and they immediately turn it onto Light, who goes down without much of a hitch. A very easy turnaround here, and that is why Pantheon has so much power. And you got to be careful whenever you engage because of that. Kana, what is going on up here?
Yeah, that's not the direction.
Going the wrong way.
Feels like a panic move. It's going to cost him some CS, but yeah, I mean, at this moment in time, you can see how aggressive the Pantheon allows you to be, and how defensive you can be. Like, it's hard to be aggressive against the Pantheon because he will just counter gank. The timing on this, actually, if they all in, is pretty good for LM once more. Like, he's right where he needs to be. They still don't know.
Okay, they're going to actually engage upon this. They got the teleport coming in, but that is not any kind of forced engage.
I don't even think a contest is possible right now. And again, what the Camille offers in side laning, the Gragas is going to have in terms of team fights later on, as he is building damage.
Break down their macro. Otherwise, I mean, it's just turret destruction. One of the things you love talking about, Wolf.
Yep.
Felio's killing turrets, and he's been doing a lot of that here in this game.
He certainly has. I mean, he's that versus Camille. But with Rel here, I mean, there are great ways to set up big stuns. Hextech ult. Oh, trims, especially if they have vision control. But getting back control of this map is going to be the first step.
So it's like, okay, well, nice trade, Ruler. You want to fight again? Flash comes in from Keria. Keep in mind, this is 2v3 right now, but with the Pantheon on the map here, he immediately gets into that back line. And we've got lanterns, we've got flashes. That's what T1 say. Trying to sell everything to Gen G, who do not want to have any of it. Faker maybe going a little bit too far, but eventually does get that kill, and a really fantastic cast comes out from Kana, pushes BDD away, keeps Faker alive, and now Rascal out here all alone. He's got Clid on the right side, but Clid not able to do much at all in this game on the Nidalee so far. Oh, Rascal's still on the run.
He's...
As,
I don't know if this
is just a never-ending chase.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a happy ending here for Rascal, but he is buying a lot of time for his team. Because at the moment, we're still fighting over this Drake as Keria gets the lantern set up.
Oh boy. Rascal now forced into the fight, trying to turn something onto LM. Not able to get the kill. The exhaust actually a little bit late there, and now Gen G have found a moment to push forward and actually get some poking down. The respawns at 20 minutes into the game are actually quite fast, and they still had teleport available and the Elder Drake later on in this game.
All right, let's watch this fight again, because this is actually just an incredible setup. So flash from Keria, he gets the hook, the box is set up here. Life is in such a terrible position. LM's got his ult, so he comes over on the edge. Rascal is unfortunately so late to the party, wants to go in for a flank, but it's just too slow. Faker looking for the double flash over the wall to chase Ruler down, just barely gets him killed. Then has the stopwatch. Kana's there over the wall. Shuts down BDD, so Faker lives no matter what. And again, Rascal just completely zoned out of the fight because he was a little bit too late. And this is just a little bit overzealous for T1 to try to hope for this pick on the Rascal because he had his second ultimatum. And LM does escape, and they do push the exhaust in to make sure that that is the case, but definitely an overextension.
Oh boy. And now I don't know what's going on here, but Ruler continuously trying to take these trades, and he's just going to get sniped from way down range as he had that Calibrum set up onto Ruler. Not sure why he's going in there so far behind right now, and now with no AD carry for Gen G, they are going to attempt T1 here to take down the Baron.
And it's such a fast clear time for their squad as well with this Aphelios. And I mean, this is not a fight you can win if you're Gen G.
Yeah, and this is what you can do with the Pantheon, the power of the long-range engage. Just desperately trying to hold on to this game and not get too far behind.
Yeah, this is going to be a replay of the all-in here from Ruler. I don't know what else to call it. Goes for Killer Instinct, but the Calibrum damage is real. And sorry, man, there's no way out of that one.
I think you're looking at maybe 3, 4, 5 item Camille to try to put immense pressure on in the very late game, and maybe to wait for Ruler to catch up in this game. Otherwise, it's not looking too good.
Yeah, I don't...
Right? I mean, this is where they're very strong. And you take a look at the side lane you were talking about, there's not enough pressure being put on by Rascal here. He's getting pushed into his own turret. So actually zero pressure in here. He's still very massive, as you can see. He nearly
through their jungle to try to wrap around. That might be too slow.
Look at this. BDD has to flash away from Gumayusi, who is diving a turret with a lantern on his back. There is nothing that the Syndra can do at this point in time.
Meanwhile,
and even under the turret, take a look at this. Trying to deny the turret take from Rascal. Yeah.
362 CS.
That's just insane numbers. I mean, Gumayusi coming in here and he's saying like, hey guys, you know, I might be the best AD carry right now for T1, or am I the best player on the Rift, you know, from this young bottom laner who, you know, 4 items at 28 minutes. You know, it's pretty good. It's
pretty good.
You know, not many AD carries can do that.
Yeah. I mean, look at how much faster he was able to get his Kraken Slayer as well. Open is a mistake that Gen G will definitely be thinking about going to Game 2's draft, win or lose here.
Well, Rascal is gigantic. So this is what I was talking about. You're going to have the Pantheon that comes in and helps, but even then, you know, 2v1, this Rascal is eventually going to get so out of control that you cannot do anything against it. And here we go.
Here.
By the way, yeah, LM doesn't have teleport. He's the jungle, so he's not in position for the Baron. He has to try to help out. The inhibitor, very importantly, doesn't go down, actually. Rascal is going to miss the kill. Maybe, hopefully, the minions can get that for him. Yeah. And the minions do, thankfully, for him. And now he's actually on the run. He might be able to get out of this one. And I believe that he will. There's no way for LM to try to ult in there by himself. So Rascal finally getting so much map pressure done here. LM out of position now and trying to help. And the Baron is started for Gen G.
Yeah, they need to respond so quickly. They did not want to trade this.
I'm going to try to go for this Baron before Camille is too far in the base.
Yeah, this
and they do have a ton of damage here.
Very much a faster rotation this time from T1. Much more decisive. And this is exactly the same thing. All right, we're going to see the teleport.
All right. This time, we do have the teleport coming in. It's going to be Zoe. Faker gets the Baron here as the Rel will move in, but fighting front to back with Gumayusi is such a good play here for T1. He is shredding through every single player on the side of Gen G. There is no hope for anyone to survive against that fountain laser.
It's to be on the bot side of the map and controlling this insane duo of Gumayusi and Keria. As you mentioned, I don't think there's any way surviving this for Gen G. The Baron buff, the push to end the game here now as T1 finally get to be decisive and make that Baron play.
Yeah, Kana not even here. He's like, all right, thank you, team. You know, better top lane wins, huh? We'll see if this counter engage can actually work. They're gonna take out Gumayusi, maybe going a little bit too close to the turrets. As now Faker is just gonna run away with his tail between his legs, not able to do it all alone here.
Well, we're gonna see a very similar situation occurring here, as this is actually such an incredible fight too. You mentioned, you called Gumayusi the fountain laser damage output here. The stun is onto life, and just look at his health bar disappear. Ruler gets pushed back. He obviously doesn't have any survivability. Kana using his damage build to blow up a single target. You talked about it early on. You know, in some of these later team fights, he basically can just kill someone by himself. This is where you're going to see the push in here to end the game. It's fails, though. You see a really nice defensive engage. Life crash down into the stun. Going to instantly get a kill there. And Ruler on the flank takes down a second. And that's going to be just LM.
I think T1 win 100% of the time. And as long as, you know, they don't get poked out by, oh man, huge damage from the cast coming in here. Rascal desperately trying to get into the back line. But again, Gumayusi is protected. Another fantastic hook onto Clid, as there is no room for him. They're all just going to have to try to run away here. BDD trying to do it alone, nearly takes out Faker, but that Nexus is so low, they could probably just click on it at this point in time. Gumayusi still protected in the back. He is just one-shotting people now, as Ruler desperately trying to make it happen. Gumayusi gonna wait here for the kill, picks up the triple kill, and picks up the game. And man, what a dominant performance there from the side of T1. Gumayusi coming out here and making another statement, as if he needed to make any more.
I mean, what a photo finish, not in terms of how close the ending was there. It just wasn't enough, though, and the bot lane the game ran away from Gen G down there, so I do think we're going to have a lot of discussion about this as we head into the second draft phase. Just look at the damage output. 10,000 damage.
Okay. 나 점수할게. 천천히. 쌈바. 카메 나한테 봐. 야, 카메 조냐 있어. 카메 조냐. 카메 나왔어. 정면 좋아. 카이사 피해. 카이사 피해. 터쳐라. 아, 싸움 맞아. 싸움 맞아. 끝내자. 다 잡았다. 끝내. 미안하다. 끝내가.
잘 잡을게요.
나이스.
오, 나이스.